trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Clemson's offense will get the first swing of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
That's caught. It's great. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with a great field position.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
He's looking deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
Deep downfield. He's tackled at the 9-yard line.
And the Dogs are threatening on 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in school, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On the option. Tackled there by the defense.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly and just try to run the ball?
Yeah, stay aggressive. I mean, you want to shut these people up. You want to quiet them down, but field goals don't do that very often.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, shoot up yards, getting a big play down the field.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's going up top. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for space. It's Gilliam. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier step.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
On the option. Strikes the blow. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Trucks through the defender. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll throw it on first down. unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
He'll ride his man on the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
That didn't bust for a long one. Now, third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, I love this offense going RPO on first, second, and third down at any point during the game because this quarterback does a really good job with his decision-making. He does a great job reading the defense, seeing the look, counting the box, and he's almost perfect on these decisions to hand the football off on RPOs.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys and Reese Spears up front. William the Fridge Perry.
A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sampson. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there on first down from their own 22. Give to the back. At the 35, he's got more. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. 3rd down, you're taking a deep shot, and because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Feeling some heat. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And, guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
On target to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Got a man. It's Henderson. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Kansas is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in Lawrence deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 21 to Nevada.
Fires to the big fella.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. At the 45 on its way. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one too.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The snap sets up the throw. He unleashes a long one. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They're bringing heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but
looking deep. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Gilliam. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to power their way ahead. Oh, he left him grabbing. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and he can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Clemson. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Makes the catch. It's Nicholson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They should.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
Makes a move. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Handoff to the lone back. Ran through the contact. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense is about getting off the football. When that defensive line can be disrupted and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snares it outside. It's Burks. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
The Dogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. To the ground with the back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for room. It's Gilliam. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. DB's right up on the receivers. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Georgia, 38. Clemson, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Nicholson. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he gave him the dead leg.
Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the option. Now the toss.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. He wants to pass it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop it from getting the first down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking it.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the option. The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Here comes the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curved some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. You got to do a better job reeling it in.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Clemson, 17.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. It's Sampson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes his connection. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Snagged on the outside. It's great. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Now on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming in the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Got him downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
At the 11-yard line. Second down.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks.